And I was faced with a very real decision, like, keep on doing this, get paid really well, or just stop.
Like so many of us, sometimes myself included, are on the fucking rat race. Welcome to a conversation between two friends.
This is Alice.
And I'm David.
And this is Truthfully Yours.
We are by no means experts or teachers, just speaking honestly within the bounds of friendship. If you found your way here, maybe there's something in that honesty meant for you too.
We invite you to lean in, and perhaps you'll recognize your own journey in ours.
This is a conversation about feeling burned out or stuck in the rat race and what happens when you decide to stop running. And what you find when you finally do. This is Truthfully Yours. Now here's Alice and David.
Like so many of us, sometimes myself included, are on the fucking rat race. Like, I need to go pick up extra shifts so I can buy this thing because that's the cool thing.
No, I get it.
You know what I mean? Like, or I need to go get another credit card. That's just not me, but people do go get another credit card because I need to be able to afford these concert tickets or something because otherwise I'm a loser. Or whatever. Like, it's the fucking rat race. And the sooner you get to that point in your life where you say, wait, what really matters? Spending time with people that I love. And even if it's just walking down the sidewalk, like, doesn't cost money to do that.
Yes.
You know, you can leave all of those things behind.
Well, the things that really matter are things that money can't buy. There was a time where the rat race was really important to me. Towards the end of my previous media career, I just hated it so much. I hated it to the point where I was almost in tears every day. When a deadline was coming up, I just did not want to work. And I was faced with a very real decision, like, keep on doing this, get paid really well, or just stop. And instead, start accumulating peace. And then I just decided, yes, I'm just going to stop. I'm just going to stop. And that's what I did. I just stopped. I kind of just disappeared, to a lot of people's surprise. I mean, it would be so funny because I'd bump into people who are in the industry with me and they'd be like, so what are you working on? I haven't seen anything come out. I was like, oh, nothing. I'm working on nothing. And it's great. What do you mean you're working on nothing? You're not working on another cookbook? Like, nope. No shows. Nope. Nothing. I'm doing nothing. Literally, I just decided to walk away.
Doing things for yourself primarily.
Yeah, but it was so good because that allowed me to be really present in the lives of my kids in a way that gave them the type of security of knowing I was going to be there. Like, and I know that not everyone can be at home for their kids when they come home from school or when they need something, but I was just thankful. I was very thankful that I was able to do that for them. My family gets a less stressed version of me. How awesome is that?
I think there's probably a lot of people out there that are like at a similar crossroads in their lives, like concerned about the future, not living in the present.
Right. Now that they're like all grown up, I feel like the last couple years I've been working towards discovering who I am again because I don't want to do the rat race. And my primary job of caring for them is coming to an end. And I'm thinking, this path of peace, I'm just going to keep on pursuing this path of peace. And then letting curiosity guide me into whatever interests I want. Whether it's like learning about birds, which I have a faint interest in. I'm very interested in somatic exercises. Very interested in that right now. Very interested in understanding things about myself that I just did not pause to think about. I mean, there's just all this stuff happening and I'm so thankful for it. And it could never happen if I was totally engaged in that rat race that you were talking about. It's just such a good place to be, to just do what I want to do what I feel like I'm called to do, to be that light that you're talking about, but to witness other people's light and then find out how do I align myself with those people like you and make that light even brighter.
Yeah. At what point do you feel like you were able to let go of the sort of society's expectations that you thought other people may have of you and that you were honestly probably also putting on yourself? Like,
I sometimes wake up as early as 4 a.m. and I'm usually out the door by 6 o'clock, sometimes 7 o'clock to go work out. And in those 2 or 3 hours, they're so busy, but they're not like the kind of busyness as you would think. I usually get up, I start doing meditation, I go downstairs, make myself some coffee. I'll usually start baking something because I find that very therapeutic. And I start doing my stretches, and then I get my bag, then I leave. And it's just the time goes by so fast. It's so fast, but I love it. And then after, I'm done doing whatever I have to do for the day, and when I'm home, I'm making food, hanging out with whoever's at home, reading, writing, just totally chill. That's in such contrast to before I was married, where I felt like if I was at home doing nothing, I would have so much FOMO. And I always felt like I had to go out, where you feel like somebody's doing something and I'm not there, like what's going on? Or you just felt like you had to be so active. And now I'm like, oh no. The things that I like to do are usually things that I can do by myself, like reading and writing and those kinds of things and meditation. Those are my favorite things to do. I used to play pickleball like twice a day, right? And then I got injured. I was always getting injured from overuse, and I even had surgery when I tore my shoulder. But then I started doing Pilates every day, and I really, 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 really like it. And I started doing all these other things, these somatic practices. And I'm like, I love being by myself. I just love it. And then when I get to be with people, I love that time. And that time is very precious. But my alone time is very sacred to me. And it's become this wonderful thing where I'm like, I'm good with myself now. Whereas maybe when I was much younger, like the age of my daughters, I wasn't. But it's always really refreshing to me when my younger daughter calls me. And I ask her, like, hey, what'd you do this weekend? She goes, oh, nothing. I just stayed at home. I just need alone time. I'm like, oh, thank God that you recognize that now in your early 20s versus figuring it out like in your 40s and 50s. Like, I'm so proud of her for that. So I've always known I was different. And before, that difference made me feel really ashamed because I thought I was weird. So the way I compensated for that is try to live a life within the expectations of what society wanted me to. So that is that rat race. And I think my husband would say this, and people who know me really well would say this, is that I am somebody who cannot be controlled, that I'm somebody who really doesn't care about what people think of her now. Before, I would say I probably cared a lot, but not so much anymore. And that probably started transitioning in my 30s, my early 30s, where I'd care less and less and less, because I realized that sometimes in the process of being a people pleaser, I wasn't really living a life true to me. It was living a life for other people, but it wasn't for me. And then it's just slowly over time, I started taking it back. And then when I hit my 40s, it's like, oh yeah, there was a full evolution that happened by then. Saying no was easy. Not caring what other people think was easy. And you know what it felt like? It literally felt like chains being broken off me. True freedom. Once you get to that point where you don't allow other people to define you or control you, that's true freedom, where you can make decisions for yourself. You accept the consequences for those decisions, good or bad, and you have peace with that. For me, having peace is the ultimate goal. That's what I'm striving towards. And you can't really hoard peace. I think it's just something you move towards, and that means a lot. It's definitely peace of mind, being free of expectation, being free of fear, all these things. Now, does it creep up once in a while? Yes. Do I have my peace disturbed? Yes. But I usually am pretty good at recognizing when it is. Like somebody cut me off on the road the other day, which I'm okay with most of the time. But for some reason, I had already been stuck in traffic. I just wanted to get home. And when that happened, I was just like, so irritated. And the funny thing is, when I passed this person, I swear to God, David, she must have been like 80 years old. I did not expect that. And then I just started laughing. I said, okay, good for you. And then I just went on, and it was just so funny.
That's funny. He didn't cut you off. He didn't even see you.
You're probably right.
You should be thankful you're alive right now.
A few minutes later, I was fine, but it just made me laugh. I work so hard to cultivate peace. Somebody could just come and just cut me off and try to ruin it, but Anyways, but that's what I move towards. It's not financial material wealth, it's really peace. That's the thing that I'm chasing right now. And I don't think you chase it, I think you embody it. Peace could be a way for a lot of people if they want. It's there for you.
Yeah, embrace it. Yeah. It's there all along. You just, if you're rat racing, if you're just kind of hiding from your problems or yourself, then it's just this thing that it's this little friend that you have just sort of boop, 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 alongside you through life. And then when you get just crazy about stuff, it's like, what are you doing over there? Like, peace is just kind of always there waiting for you. And it comes from knowing yourself. And that's a lifelong journey.
If you enjoyed today's conversation, subscribe to Truthfully Yours wherever you get your podcasts. We'd love for you to share this with someone who might need to hear it. New episodes weekly on Thursdays. For more about the show and Alice and David, visit truthfullyyours.com.